When I reported on the Liam Delap move to Chelsea, somebody in my comment section asked me what was a realistic transfer for striker for Manchester United, and the keyword there is realistic. To which I made a video recommending Kevin Shade of Brentford. A lot of people came to my comment section and they started to blast me. Some people actually came and said I obviously hated Manchester United, or I'm not a real Manchester United fan. That comment didn't even bother me at all. It was actually very laughable. But the one that bothered me more is when people come and be saying that we need an established striker. We need a striker that can give us 20 to 25 goals a season. Some people actually came and said about 25 to 30 goals. And that made me laugh. I won't even say laugh. It bothered me a lot because it just shows that a lot of people do not understand what it means to score 20 goals in a season in your league. This season, in top 5 leagues, only 15 players have managed to score 20 goals and up. 15 players in all top 5 leagues. Now, think about how many players are in a team. Most leagues have about 20 teams in that league. Only 15 players have been able to manage to score 20 goals and up. And now in this video, I'm going to do a breakdown of those 15 players, and you guys are going to tell me who the realistic person is that Manchester United can get. Personally, I think we can get only one person in that list, and I don't even think that player will come to Manchester United and still score 20 goals in a season. The EPL had 5 players that scored 20 goals and up. Manchester United is getting one, and that's Bryan Mbeumo this season. But Bryan Mbeumo is not a 20 goal a season kind of player. He just had 20 goals this season. This is his best performing season of all time. Is he going to be able to do that in Manchester United this coming season? I do not believe so. Maybe he will drop to about 14, which will still be very, very good for Manchester United. The remaining are Salah, Isak, Haaland, and Chris Wood. All of these guys, can you tell me who Manchester United can realistically get? The La Liga had 4 players that scored 20 goals and above. Mbappe, Lewandowski, Budimir from Osasuna, and Solot from Atletico Madrid. The Bundesliga had 3 players score 20 goals and above. I'm talking about Harry Kane, Guirassy, and Schick of Leverkusen. The French league had 2 players score 20 goals and above, Ousmane Dembele and Mason Greenwood. And the Serie A had only 1 player score 20 goals and above, and that is Matteo Retegui of Atalanta. Just because I wanted to make my point, I added more players from outside of the top 5 leagues. So I added the Portuguese league, I added the Turkish league, and I added Eredivisie. The Turkish league had 3 players score 20 goals and above, Osimhen, Piatek, and El Nesiri. The Portuguese league had only 1 player score 20 goals and above, and that's Victor Gyökeres. And the Eredivisie had only 1 player score 20 goals and above, and that is Sam Stein. Again, which of these players do you think is realistic for Manchester United to get? Everybody here, besides Manchester United possibly landing Bryan Mbeumo, I would say Sam Stein is the only person that Manchester United could possibly get, and he plays in the Eredivisie. He scored 17 goals last season and he scored 27 goals this season. Knowing how the Eredivisie is, do you believe he can come into the English Premier League and still give us 20 goals a season? I do not know, but he's the most likely candidate for Manchester United to actually go and get that might possibly become what some of you imagine a 20 goal a season kind of striker can be. To further make my point, I decided to break them down by age group. Age 23 to 25, you have Sam Stein. From 20 in the Eredivisie, you have Isak, you have Haaland, you have Mason Greenwood, and you have Mbeumo, who's 25 years old. Like I said, Manchester United can possibly get Mbeumo this offseason. If you're looking at age 26 to 27, you're looking at Mbappe, you're looking at Retegui, you're looking at Osimhen, and you're looking at Gyökeres. We already made videos about why Osimhen might be difficult for Manchester United to get. Victor Gyökeres is still a mystery. We don't know where he's going to land. We are not getting Mbappe, forget about it. And Retegui, personally, I do not like Retegui because anybody that goes to play for Gasperini in Atalanta automatically becomes a world-class striker, even though they were not that coming into Atalanta. And I believe us going to get Højlund from Atalanta has taught us a little bit of a lesson. Now let's go from age 28 to age 30. Looking at Ousmane Dembele, looking at El Nesiri. Now if you want to go for El Nesiri, maybe he might be able to convert for us, but I do not believe he's a 20 goal a season kind of player. And I'm definitely not getting Ousmane Dembele. And if you want to go for the rest that is 30 and above, you're looking at Harry Kane, Salah, Budimir, the rest of those guys. We are not going for older players. That is why I'm asking you people now, who is the realistic person that you guys are talking about? Who is that established striker that you guys think that Manchester United can go get that will give us 25 goals a season? Because I feel like a lot of you judge football based on video games. Like I made it clear in this video, a lot of players do not actually score 20 goals a season. It is difficult. The way that you're going to scout for a striker is by looking at them at age 21. How did they perform at age 21? What is their positioning like? What kind of chances did they take? What kind of chances did they miss? Those are the kinds of ways that you're going to be able to realistically scout a striker. How is he in the air? Is he very physical? Osimhen did not start scoring 20 goals a season at age 21. He didn't do that. He started that when he was about 23. Then he started to bang goals, 22. But you have to look at the progression. How did they start at age 18, 19, 20, 21? The reason why people are rushing Sesko right now at 22 is because Sesko from age 18 has started scoring in double figures. A lot of players do not actually do that. A lot of strikers start scoring in double figures when they get to 20, 25, 26, 27. That is what Manchester United is looking at before they go to get a striker. That's the reason why we went to get Højlund last year. Højlund scored 9 goals at the age of 20. So we are assuming that he was going to continue to move up. And actually, his first season in Manchester United, he improved. He scored, 11 goals in the league. And we expect him to take another jump this season. But unfortunately, he had one of the worst seasons that we've ever seen a player have. That is how you scout for a striker. Not just coming online and typing, we need an established striker, 25 goals a season. It is unrealistic. It doesn't work that way. So again, tell me who you think a realistic striker is, or if you actually know football, please recommend who you believe is a good enough potential that can eventually start banging us goals after a year or 2 or 3 in Manchester United. Because that's the way a lot of teams go for strikers. Unless we are ready to bring out money and go for someone like Sam Stein right now that has scored 17 goals last season and 27 goals this season, maybe is someone we can consider getting. Personally, anybody that played in the Eredivisie, I do not believe that they are great enough to perform in the EPL, because again, the EPL is a tough league. So you have to tell me, who do you guys believe is a realistic striker for Manchester United to go get? Shout out to Football Matters, my guy. He suggested Strand Larsen from Wolves, that scored 14 goals this season. This is his first season in the EPL and he scored 14 goals, non-penalty goals. But he's 25 years old. So before someone like Strand Larsen can start scoring you 20 goals and above, he's probably going to be 28, 29. Do we have that patience? Can fans like you be that patient? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in the next video.